Good morning, YouTube friends. Me, Karen. I'm back. Uh, we survived the storms just fine. It was a lot of heavy rain, a lot of heavy winds, tropical force winds. I did lose siding on the back of my trailer, popped off, but it's an easy fix. We can pop it back on with some screws in it, I think. Fix it. There was a lot of flooded roads and some tree damage. But otherwise than that, we're safe and sound here in my town. The town over had a tornado go through. I guess there was some casualties from that, and prayers go out to their families. But we didn't lose our power, so we just hunkered down. I didn't have any leaks. My tree didn't have any damage out here, and no damage to the property otherwise than that siding popped off the back of the trailer. So roof's intact. That's a good thing, and no broken windows or nothing. It was scary. It was a scary 3 days, but we survived it. I was sick Sunday and Monday, so I didn't get to put a video up. Sorry, but I just stayed in bed. I was just sick. So today I got no temu because the mail was delayed because of the storms. But I was happy to hear that my winner of the sublub, Shelly Edwards, got her package on time, so that was good news. I was happy about that because I was worried it was going to be delayed because of the weather here. But our mail was delayed here in this town, so no temu. But I have got a little demonstration for you this morning anyways. I got something, so I wanted to show you the epoxy yeah, that I bought from Temu. Part A, Part B. This is resin in the A. And that's the can you see hardener? A is resin, B is hardener. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. It's non-yellowing, non-toxic, but I have never used this one before. I have bought the resin from Temu, but this was cheap, so we're going to see how it works. So, what you got to do is open up your bottles. And they have a little sealer on the top there. And get this one. And they are labeled on the top, A and B. So you can't get confused. A and B, and as well as they're labeled on the bottle, A and B. So it's pretty hard to get confused. And then I got the Teflon silicone mat here that I got from Temu. I want to put down on my table here so I don't ruin my table, because this stuff is messy. It's better to have gloves, but they're out in the craft shed and I forgot to send my grandson out to get them, so I'm just going to deal with getting it on my hands. It will come off with Gooby Gun if you get it on you, so there's that. And gotta have a cup. I got the leftover birthday paper cups, grandson's birthday. You gotta have a measurer. And my shed, I have the silicone measuring cups. Like I said, they're in the shed. And I wasn't thinking yesterday. I just started feeling better and yesterday afternoon, and my brain was still cloudy. You need a stirring instrument, so we're going to use this plastic knife out of the kitchen drawer. And you need something to clean up your spills. I got some napkins here. You need your mold, which I'm going to do what I call fairy jars. today. I showed you this. This is the silicone mold. This is where you pour in your resin. And this will be, you don't put it on this end like I did the first time I ever did resin. Poured it in there. You pour it in here, because this is the inside of your bottle. I think you can see in there, yeah. So you pour it in on that end. And these had the little corks. For the, let me get scissors here. Excuse me for reaching out in front of you like that. I apologize. Okay. I'm going to show you one of the corks. There's the cork for the top. It will fit down in there like that when it's done. And they did give me 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5 corks on this mold, so I can make 5 of these. It's a pretty good deal. I forgot what I paid for it, but I had told you when I did the video. If you want to go back and look. So that's that. So that's what you need to get started. So I'm going to take my, I'm going to start with part A. Open it up. Oh, here the frogs. The frogs are going crazy out my window. Frogs are going crazy. I like all that rain. I have a pond right outside my kitchen window here in the backyard. You know, when you dig down and put in the ground, it has a water fountain. And I have a goldfish, and he's about this big. He started out like this, and now he's like this big. The rest of them died. He survived. And I have some lily pads in there that keeps him fed and his water aerated. So he's growing like a weed. He's been in there since the beginning of, I put him in there beginning of last summer, I think. Yeah, he's been in there a while. I never thought he'd survive. I put a bunch of them in this little feeder fish in there just for aesthetics for my backyard, my little garden area. And he's the only one that survived. The rest of them died. And he was the smallest, and he lived the longest. Go figure, huh? But yeah, we call him Lucky. But because of that water feature right there, and then there's a drain pipe that have a rain barrel, the frogs, they hang out there. So you can hear them chirping. They're happy. We didn't have any rain yesterday. We started off a little rain in the morning and then it dissipated, so I guess the storm's gone by us. But it has hit Carolinas hard. I have a subscriber from Carolinas, and she told me that it was headed her way, so I've been watching, and it was headed her way. It hit hard. They got a lot of damage. We got a lot of damage on our coast, but we're inland, so we didn't. All we got was a wind and rains, a couple trees down, you know, a little flood in low-lying areas. But hopefully she got the same. Hopefully she just got the tropical winds and the heavy rains, and she didn't get all that craziness. So I guess I'll go ahead and start this, because I got to stir this for 3 minutes while I'm talking. So I'm going to put equal parts of A and B, and I'm going to guess how much this is going to take. Usually I'll fill it with water, and then dump it into my measuring cup to see how much I need. But I ain't going to do all that this morning. We're just going to guess. This is just an experiment, because what I want to do, before I get too far ahead of myself, is I want to try using these leftover diamonds from the different kits and see if they work. If it does, then I have these ones that I want to put on the cork around the top of the quart. Okay, so we're gonna start out here. Pour this into here. On one level. One level scoop. This is a Kool-Aid scoop. You get out your cans of Kool-Aid or iced tea or lemonade. I think this one came from lemonade. I'm not sure. I don't buy too much of the Kool-Aid, but I do buy the lemonade and pink lemonade. And Kool-Aid, I buy the pomegranate. It's pretty good. Alright. So we got one of those. And then put the cover back on so the cat don't knock it over and spill it. If we need more, we'll make up more. Okay, now we're going to put part A. Same thing. And get it up to the top. Mix it in with the part B. Scrape out as much as you can. It's thick. You gotta get it in there. Scrape around the edges, get it all out. There's a lot left in there. It looks like nothing, but it's there. Okay. I'm going to throw this away when I'm done with it, so I ain't worried about ruining it. If you use the silicone measuring cups, you can just peel it right out when it dries. So, okay. I can get it without, show you without spilling it. No, I can't, but that's the two parts, and it comes to just below Jack's chin right there. That's how much it mixed up in this cup. Okay, so you got to stir this for 3 minutes. Make sure you get the bubbles and get it mixed together good. So we'll just stir and chit-chat. So I did get the karaoke machine charged. It's a cute little thing. It is Bluetooth, which amazed me for the price. Less than $9. It has the 2 microphones and a little machine. And the grandson was playing with it after we got it charged up, and he said, I wonder if it's Bluetooth, so he looked up on his phone, and sure enough, it was the numbers were there. It was like AK or something, K12, or something to that effect. I'll show you when I open it. But he looked that up, and he found it, and so he connected it to his phone. So you can connect it to the phone. It has a jack where you can connect it to your TV or your stereo. And I think the girls will have a good time with that. And the grandson. I say the girls because there's 3 of them, but I do have a great-grandson. Can't leave him out. I'm sure he'll enjoy it too. Him and his sister will have... I was going to give just the one to the, have them share it, but then I decided they'd probably fight over it, so for like $8.79 or $8.78 or whatever it was, less than $9. I went ahead and ordered yesterday, ordered another one, so both families will have one. Then they can take it to play with each other's houses if they want to play together. So that way there's 4 mics and 4 kids for 2 machines. You're welcome, mamas. Well, that's what Grammys do, sorry. Make nice little Christmas gifts. And I've been picking up little things here and there just to put in the box to send to them at Christmas time. So some things went out in an envelope for just because, you know, Grammy gifts. Some of the things are going into a box for Christmas. And there goes that. I had got them a couple little diamond paintings at the Dollar Tree for them to do, and I got them paints and markers and sticker books and things like that just are Grammy's Happy Meals. But the bigger items are going into all the crowns and the headbands, you know, little things like that. But the bigger items are going into the box for Christmas. Let's see, I think it's been 3 minutes. I forgot what it was. 20. Yeah, okay. So you make sure there's no bubbles. I don't see any bubbles at all. This is nice. This is nice and mixed. I'll kind of show you as I pour it into the jar. Okay. So just pour it right over on this end. Not the open hole like that, like I did when I first started. You just have nothing. I had a apathy jar, and I put it in that end, and then it had a top. So it's like, how's the top supposed to? Yeah, it didn't fit. So just pour it slowly so you don't get bubbles. Like that. That's about half of it. So I'm going to add some of these diamonds into the other half. Stir them in. I never tried this before, so I think it works with the nail charms. This should work with this. Let me put a few more in. I don't want too many. I want it to kind of be like confetti. But you can choose, if it works, you can choose the amount you want. Okay. Can't tip it. I can't tip it far enough for you to see. So I'll see if I can pull this down a little bit. Okay, there you go. All mixed up in there. And I want to finish pouring it in. I'm gonna have to mix up some more. That wasn't enough. We come to the top. Almost. So you can see it in there. I'll poke it down around, get them mixed up a little bit. Okay. Now you can see it's up to the brim here. So I have to have a little more. Not quite enough. We'll just do another one because we can use the teddy bear with the leftover. Oh, a loud one. Be loud. That Mr. Frog, you must be right up in my window. Some tree frogs out there too. They cling onto my windows. Nasty. Nasty things. Okay, there's one of those. One part B. And part A. Oh, sorry for the silence. I didn't realize I was just dead air there. I'm sorry. I was talking to myself in my head. I apologize for that. Okay, I'm gonna put some more sprinkles. Some more diamonds in here. So that will float to the middle. And it was 4:35, so just stir this for 3 minutes. So how's everybody been? Those of you here in Florida, how did you survive? Anybody here on the coast? Because they took some damage. One thing about where I live in Florida, we don't usually get really bad damage. We just get the, the outer bands and stuff. But we did have a couple hurricanes here that did some major damage. One tore off my roof one year. And one year I was staying at my friend's because she has a block house, and they told everybody in trailers to get out. And so we went and stayed over there. And trees came down in her little area. She lives in like a little, not a park, but a little housing compound. What is that? And all the houses in one area. And I was supposed to go to work the next day and couldn't get out because there was trees down on all 3 ways in and out of there. There was a big trees down. So I had to call them up and tell them I couldn't come in, and they're like, well, we desperately need you. We need our cooks. So I said, well, if you can figure out how to get me out of here, I'll come in. So the kitchen manager, she had an SUV, and she said, meet me at the end where the tree is. So I said, which one? Because there's 3 ways in there. And she said, on the main road. So I walked up and she came with her Jeep. And I climbed up over the tree and down the other side, and it was a big tree. I had to like scooch over it and got down the other side and got in her Jeep and went to work. And then she brought me back. And the trees were still down, so I stayed another night, and then by morning they were, the one entrance was, they'd cut the tree up, moved it, so I was able to get out and go into work. But that was fun. It was like 10 days with no power. So we did a lot of barbecuing. Residents like that. Did a lot of grilling. Hot dogs and hamburgers. And sandwiches, you know. They couldn't have their eggs and bacon and all that stuff because we only had one gas grill, and I just couldn't manage that, so they had to have cold cereal. And I did heat up water for oatmeal if they wanted oatmeal or grits. I did boil big pans of water for that. And then soup, we did homemade soups there. Every morning I'd go in and clean out the walk-in and the refrigerators and just make a kitchen sink soup, I called it. Whatever was in there went to the soup pot. And they always come out really good. It amazed me. I just took whatever was leftovers in there and threw it in. Vegetables, meats, you know, whatever. And they always come out good, and they always enjoyed it, so. They called it kitchen sink. I called it kitchen sink soup, and they called it garbage pail soup, so. But back in the day, you know, they didn't waste not, want not, so. They enjoyed that kind of thing. Better than canned soup any day, as far as I'm concerned. So they did get the hot soup, but they had to have sandwiches. Some days we grilled, some days it was sandwiches, depending on what the rain was doing out there, you know, during the hurricane. So that was a fun experience. But normally we don't get I mean, it was scary, don't get me wrong. We had hurricane force winds, and it was tremendous. And the rain came down so hard and so fast, and the ground couldn't absorb it. We had a lot of rain on our road out here, but we weren't going nowhere, so it didn't matter. So, okay. That's all mixed up good. We'll finish topping this off. I'm going to have to leave it down here because I don't want to squeeze it and get air bubbles. It's almost done. It's almost to the top. I probably could have done a half and a half, but I wanted to make sure I had enough. I didn't want to put too... Oh, this is all going to set on the top by the looks of things. Well, that's okay. That's okay. It's making a nice little rim. They don't want to sink. Go around. Make sure I don't have any air bubbles. Okay, let's see if I can pick it up. Oh. So, they all went around the rim. I don't know if they'll settle in or not. They're not heavy as the charms. The charms fall down. We're gonna let it set. And this has to cure for at least 12 hours. I'll let it set 24 so that I don't crack it getting it out of the mold. So I'll show it to you tomorrow morning. Show you how to take it out of the mold. Alright, so I got some left. So, waste not, want not. I have the little teddy bear molds. I had one for my iced coffee mold and one for silicone mode. So this is a silicone one. So we're going to pour this in the bear. Oops, almost overflowed him. So there's the bear. Got him filled up. Okay, so we're gonna let those set. I'm gonna have to move them off my table because the cat will jump up here. Try to be part of the deal. And I have just a little bit left. Now, I have something molded into. Anything up close hand, I could just pour them. It's just a little. I don't have any of my molds in here. You can pour it into anything actually, but I'll be right back. Okay. Ugh. All right. No, not enough of that, so put this over here out of the way. Just pour that into a little candle container. Wax, you know, the little, yeah. Pop open, take your wax out. You know what I mean. Okay, that's a mess. So we're done with that. Pull that off to the side. Wipe this mat off a little bit. All the loose stuff. I want this set here for a few minutes and gel up so I can move it. Where the cat's, I'm just gonna put it over here. Here on the coffee bar. Okay. Let's see if we can get it over there without making a mess. I need real level. Let's put it right there. Okay, teddy bear. All right, we got those two done. So that's it. You just take equal parts of A and B, stir them together for 3 minutes, at least. Sometimes I stir it for 4, but you want to have equal parts of those two things. Then you want your silicone modes. They sell them on eBay. Yeah, they sell them on Temu. You can get them there. They have lots to choose from. Okay, so now I want to show you, before I end this video, I want to show you this karaoke machine. Baby water stays. Oh, okay. That's that. This one was pink, so I'm going to give this one to the, I didn't have no choice when I ordered this one, the colors. Pink was the cheapest. But then when I went to reorder, they had white, beige, for the same price, so I got beige for the other household. But this is the little unit. I've showed you this when I got it. For those of you who didn't see, here's a little unit. If I can remember what my grandson showed me, there's a power button right here in the middle, and now you have to press and hold. And then it comes on. It has the lights, and they will rotate. Then you have the two little microphones here. And you push the power button. There it goes. Can you? Well, you gotta hold it, I guess. Push the power button, hold the mic. There you go. Oops. Turned it off. Press hold. Okay. Sync the mic. Okay, now it's working. You hear me now? Okay, that's it. That's all there is to that. Just gotta press and hold this power button. Press and hold it. You can't just press on and off. You have to press and hold. Then you push the mic button there, and there's a mic button on top here. Ooh, there's a mic button there. Press that. It's easy as that. And then they can plug it in the back. It has the jacks, it has a USB, it has a TFD, and then another USB port, and then it's a K12 if you want to sync it to your phone. I don't know much about electronics, but that's what it is. So I'm going to power it off. And there it's gone. Alright. That's that. I said I would give you a demo as soon as I got everything charged up. So that's all charged. And we played with it for a little bit. See how it worked. But both the mamas are very electronically inclined, so they got the directions. Here's the USB. You can also plug it into just like your phone adapters if you want. Okay, so that pretty much ends up this video. I want to check in, let y'all know I'm alive. I am alive. We rode out the storms. That's what us Floridians do. I do feel bad for the people up through the panhandles and all along the coastline in Tampa. They got it real bad. You know, up and down through the panhandles. All along, up the coast. And it's headed for was headed for Carolina. I was watching it yesterday, and it had hit South Carolina. I don't know if it went into North Carolina or not. And it's supposed to go all the way up the coast, New England coast. So be prepared up there. You're not out of danger just because you're up north. And then I see it was saying last night that it was going to circle around, come back down the Atlantic coast. So we may get some more. Who knows? Got my prescription this morning, and I'm glad you all, you know, were concerned for me. The comments, the prayers, I appreciate that. And Sherry from KY Philly for checking in with my sister to see if I was okay, because she hadn't heard from me, hadn't seen the video. That was great. I loved it. Thank you very much. My sister's pretty wonderful, and she's special in my heart. I hate to see that she's in so much pain, but grin and bear it. Don't let it get you down. That's what I'm, you know, trying to get across the point. You got to be in that pain. You're in the pain. I mean, I'm in a lot of pain, but I don't let it get me down. I just go day to day, do what I can do. And if I can't do it, I can't do it. But I'm not going to let it get me into a depression. I'm not going to let it make me sad. It is what it is. But I'm a lot older than she is, so I'm like 15 years, so it's not good that she has to be going through this at such a young age. I hope her hip isn't broken. I hope that she gets good results from her test. She's been through a lot in her life. She doesn't deserve any more drama. So, all right. Take care. Thank you to my new subscribers. I've gained 4 over the last couple of days. Came in. I got 2. I think it was Sunday or Monday, and I got 2 this morning. So I want to welcome you to our YouTube family. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you like us, and I hope you stick around. I will be doing temu as soon as it gets here, but meanwhile, I'm just going to be demonstrating some crafts, okay? But I will be here each and every day with something. I was just sick, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get up out of bed. I mean, I suppose I could have took my iPad in the bedroom and done something, just talked or something, but I had a splitting headache. I felt sick to my stomach. I just didn't feel good. My equilibrium was off. I was dizzy. Just a bad day. My hips are hurting. My legs are hurting. So I just stayed in bed. Slept most of the time I was in the bed, but whatever it was is come and gone. I'm fine this morning. I feel good. So y'all take care. Please come back. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. If you are subscribed, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming in and watch my videos every day. Those of you who do. There's a lot of you that come in every day and watch, and I appreciate that. So tomorrow we'll unmold these and see what happened. Like I said, I never used it. It was an experiment. They're not going to sink. I can tell they're all floated to the top. But that's okay, because when I put the lid on it, it'll be right around the rim. It'll be cute. And I'll probably just glue some charms here and there around the outside of it. I don't know. We'll see. And I did the little teddy bear with the leftovers. It was just enough to do. Well, it was about this much left. And I poured it into one of those candle wax containers. And I'll just pop that out. It'll just be a little acrylic cube. Use it for something. But I didn't want to throw it away. Waste not, want not. All right. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.